ourselves. Okay. All right, welcome back, everybody. My name is Jason. With me is Rob. And we have a guest here today. Mike is not with us, as you can see. We have Adriana with us. Welcome, Adriana. How are you?
Great on the pronunciation of my name.
Sorry, is it Adriana?
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of funny. I have a goddaughter, but she goes by Adriana.
Yep.
So
everybody always wants to call me Adriana.
No, I go the easy way. It's Adriana.
And unless you're Hispanic, you are not allowed to call me Adriana. Like, don't attempt.
No. Even with my several years of high school Spanish, I can't try.
I mean, several years.
Several years, and I even took it in college. I took one class in college.
In college?
I did.
Oh my
I did.
Goodness, you're a connoisseur.
No. But anyway, so as we've done customary, I did bring something here today.
Ooh, scotch.
Yeah, I brought a scotch. I'm not normally a scotch guy, but this one kind of tickled my fancy. It's rum finish. And so coincidentally, then, the man behind the curtain also brought some banana rum. So we can try that later, but I am going to partake in some scotch if anyone is interested. Man behind the curtain, do you want some?
Yes, please.
All right.
Oh, he's so polite.
I know.
Please. Yes, please.
That seems like
Well,
a
the
lot.
last one we had, I said, fuck you. So I'm switching it up every
Yeah,
time.
with all this crap and all this negative stuff on the web right now, we should start to instill some manners.
No, I'll go that. And actually, what you kind of just piqued something in my brain here. Before I went, cheers, Jeremy. Man behind the curtain.
Man behind the curtain. Thank
Rob, Adriana,
Thank
there you
you.
go. And that just tastes like scotch. Okay.
you. Did it tickle your face? Is the real
My
question.
fancies have not been tickled, but
That-
it is Caribbean.
Remember,
smooth.
folks, that's for season 3.
It is Caribbean smooth, and I know we're not getting paid by doers or anything like that, but yeah, it's whatever. It says it's supposed to taste like brown sugar, tropical fruits, caramel, and a biscuity cereal.
Biscuity cereal.
You just got a biscuit, didn't you?
I just
You forgot.
The
other
smell
stuff.
is kind of weird, though.
yeah,
That's
it's
what
scotch.
she said.
It's like
That's-
feet.
It's it smells like rubbing alcohol. I'm not gonna lie. So anyway, no, but what I was gonna mention
Is it better than Glyph?
I think actual rubbing alcohol is better than Glyph.
Agreed.
Jeremy, we might have to break that out to give Adriana here.
I don't
No,
Yes.
just pass. Just shake your head.
Everyone needs to be initiated with Glyph.
No, and so we may have to do it. That might be one of those when Mike gets back. We'll have to do a tasting of Glyph again with him.
And William Shatner, if you're out there, if you're on the show, you got to drink the Glyph.
On the Glyph, yeah, that, and maybe we'll do a taste test with Glyph and Malort. Do them side by side of what might be better. No, but actually, since, just random, you had mentioned we should instill some manners and whatnot. And the one thing it got me thinking of is when I was up north a few weeks ago, and actually, off camera, we were talking about how much I'm unhappy at my job at some random place.
Insert organization.
And it got me, and I've been very unhappy there for many, many years. And so when we were up north, we were, going through those touristy shops or whatever, and I saw a shirt, and I went, you know what? I am getting this shirt because it's so simple. It just said "Life is good" on it.
Yes.
And it got me thinking that, as much as I despise my job at days and everything, it's a paycheck and it does what it does so I can take care of my family and drink this whatever this scotch is.
This
and hang out with
mediocre
you guys.
scotch.
And you know what? There's no sense in there's no sense in being upset about the little things. Life is good.
So
Life is good.
Here's to mediocre scotch and mediocre company.
And mediocre jobs and
mediocre jobs.
But yet life is good.
Life is good. Life is good. There's
life
nothing.
Is life.
You know.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not.
I dare anybody to find somebody who hasn't dealt with some bullshit over the last 2.5 years, regardless of what it is, and tell me that, you know, there's always something better. There's got to be something better around, and there's better things to worry about, and there's things to, you know what? Enjoy your life. Live your life. You know.
Still gonna say that, you know, kiss the sun soon.
Amen. You know, I had a shirt that I wore to the Infinity War Endgame premiere. That it was because that came out in 2019 or 20. It was right before COVID, right? Because I remember, it was 19. Because I remember thinking,
has it been that long already?
Well, yeah, because if you think about it, that movie's not making what it did with COVID, so it was 19. It was a shirt that said Thanos 2020 on it. Earth is overpopulated, and you know, I could not agree with any more.
What a great shirt to wear right before COVID.
Yeah.
You know, once again, hindsight being 2020. You know, coincidentally 2020. But good call.
I mean, lately though, haven't you been kind of feeling like the ones left behind are the
the ones that
the ones that survived should have been the ones that went.
Well, if they come back now, they're going to be zombies. So this is going to be
which I am ready for, by the way.
Oh yeah.
The apocalypse.
Yes, I am ready for that.
And I saw something the other day too. You know, as y'all may or may not know, I know you know, Rob, but I am a self-proclaimed meme lord on Facebook because I just share nonstop bullshit on Facebook. And one of them was I saw that I thought was pretty hilarious was how to zombie-proof your house. Was you just surround it with
treadmills.
Yep, and then every funeral director needs to be tying shoelaces on every pair of shoes on the dead too. Apocalypse done.
I know.
Done.
But I kind of want it to happen.
You know,
it's just
disappointed in.
Kind of in a like a humorous kind of like a conquest sort of way. I want it to happen.
I do want to know why Realtor.com has an article that says how to zombie-proof your home. You know,
maybe they know something we don't.
And actually, what's really funny is I believe the CDC. You know, this. You know, hindsight being 2020. You know, a couple of years ago, like a year or two right before COVID, the CDC, I believe, put out a kind of a joke study about the zombie apocalypse.
Well, it's happening. People are walking
That's
around.
my point. Is like,
they're walking around
they
on
were
their
being
fucking
serious
phones all
here.
day.
What are they saying, Jeremy? What do we need? What do we need here? Well, doors. Yeah, we do need doors.
Yeah, some nail guns, wood nails.
I thought you said mail guns.
Mail guns.
Bring all the mail guns out, please.
Well, those are going to do a lot more than
many
female
guns.
guns. I know that. The female guns will just yell at us and tell us we're doing everything wrong.
Oh, aren't you so funny? I mean, goodness gracious. Couldn't you come up with something a little bit
Nope.
better?
Nope. That's about as good as I get. I just peaked, and we're only about 5 minutes into this thing. So
The only way to go for Jason is down.
we're only going down, and I'm only drinking more as it goes. So
And what was that you began with? The masturbators?
the master
Again,
debaters.
here's to mediocre company.
Yes. What is it? It's my favorite philosopher, Mediocrities.
Mediocrities, yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are okay. I don't really feel like getting new friends, so you'll have to do.
You know, I've been saying that for years. I didn't want to admit it to you guys, but you know, I'm just too lazy. That's why,
Well, it's not a real thing to actually make friends as an adult. It's just not real. Like, you could either vibe with somebody and it's like, oh, good vibe, but it's like a true friend.
You mean you've had to have had that person for, like, as a friend for
You have to
years?
get together, like, go through shit
Well,
together.
we were adults.
So let's go back to mediocre companies, and I'm not afraid to name this effing company that we all worked for because none of us work there anymore.
Why
And
are you on the
I'm
F
holding
word?
back on it just because, well, Jeremy can bleep out the F word, right?
I'm very sorry. F-bomb.
No,
is
you know,
my favorite language.
I swear like a sailor.
The big orange dating service
Yeah,
is what it was.
it's called the Home Despot,
I
the Home
guarantee I
Depot.
swear more than you do.
You probably do.
My mom's
Not
from the
more
Bronx.
Not more than
Is she
you.
really?
Yeah, so she used to say, I'm your fucking mother, not your fucking friend.
You know, that still holds true today because there's not enough parents that should be saying that to their kids.
Fuck you, shut up.
No, but going back to the Home Depot, all of us work there.
Yeah.
And
I worked at Menards.
I
which
did
one?
too.
I'm too cute to work at Home Depot. Menards has the prettier girls.
What is it, the orange
You
or
didn't
the
know
blue?
that? There
That
are
goes
a
better.
bunch of slobs there that only pick you if you have a nice.
Well, I
rack
have a
or
funny
ass.
Menard story I can tell you in a little bit. But no, so when you say that you can't make good friends as an adult, we all met there in our 20s.
Yeah,
That's still childish.
You think, yeah, well, you know, that's true.
I
and
mean, like an
I'm
adult,
fu-
like in your
I'm-
fucking 40s, 50s.
Okay.
I'm 42 and I'm still a child.
yeah, I was gonna say
I
I'm
mean,
still that
I
way, but I
agree
get
with that.
I get
Most
what
men
you're
are.
going. I get where you're going on that, like, because like all the people that I've made, like the coworkers that I've ended up working with, like I'm coworkers with them, but oh geez, what is this? 336 reasons Home Depot sucks. Did we
sucks.
write that? We might have been able to write that. No, I
Yeah,
mean, you know what? We might have to have an entire hour podcast on Home Depot stories. Actually, we could probably fill that up.
We'd need a lot more than an hour.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll make it a 2 or 3 parter. Then.
Yes.
Well, as long as I can, jump in. with
Absolutely.
Menards.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So Menards. So,
Menards.
how old were you when you worked there?
Oh, I started there when I was about 20. We came back 27, maybe.
Okay. Okay. So when I actually applied. Well, I didn't work. I started working at Home Depot right out of high school. Worked there through college and all that stuff. So I got hired there when I was 18. But I applied at Menards when I was 16 or 17 because a good friend of mine worked there at the one on 27th Street in Oak Creek. And so I applied, and because he's like, yeah, apply, it'd be great, whatever. I don't hear anything for a couple, like maybe 2 weeks, and my mom's like, you need to call and just see what's going on. I'm like, okay. So I call the manager, and they're like, I'm like, yeah, I'm just calling about my application. I'm just wondering, what's going on. And they go, oh, what's your name? And I tell them, and then you hear like the hand go over the mic, like over the phone, and you hear, it's Jeremy's friend. And it's not Jeremy behind the counter, behind the curtain. It was another friend of Jeremy, who I found out was fired a week earlier for like punching a coworker or something like that.
So it was a good reference.
Yeah. So they went, oh, and I hear this, and then I hear, oh, I'm sorry. We filled the position. If anything comes up, yes, I never got a
meow.
job there.
Oh, meow.
Yeah, never got there. I was like, and so I was like, F you, Menards, So when, and then I coincidentally got a reference to work at Home Depot from a neighbor that lived down the house from where I grew up, and yeah, the rest is whatever. I lasted there longer than Mike was Mike there longer than me. I left in 08.
Probably
or
because
06, sorry.
because
he went up to the Dells, but I don't remember when he left.
I can guarantee Menards is like trashier than
Oh.
Home Depot for sure.
We always thought you were guys were
Yeah,
below
we're,
us.
we're way trash. I mean,
I
think
worked-
about the products. The products
Hey,
are trash.
But I shop there all
yeah.
the time now because it's
Same.
across the street from my
Rebates.
house.
Oh yeah,
Well,
it's cheaper.
Rebate City.
Oh,
I'm
right?
all about rebates.
Oh, my
I
God.
will.
Oh, what a ripoff with the rebates.
Groceries, Christmas gifts.
Hey, it's 11%.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
right. You get you're not. Never mind. I'm not even gonna get into that.
It's bullshit, but it's like
Yeah, it is.
an ongoing rebate life.
Oh, it is. They've had 11%
And
off for the last 2 years, I think.
Yeah, and now Home Depot matches it, so we got a stack of Home Depot and we got a stack of Menards. We just keep on going.
Amen.
You guys.
It's like 11% off should mean like the product's 11% off, and I keep that money in my pocket. Not that
Oh,
I
I hate that I have to go
keep
back
on
and give it back.
freaking
Yeah,
spend it on something else.
yeah no,
If there's fine print, I have to read with it. I don't I just
Jeremy,
never
I'm a little
mind.
bit bitter about it.
sounds like
No,
somebody
I'm
who got-
okay. I'm okay.
who let his like rebates expire or something or threw.
No,
away his shirts.
I make sure I get my rebates.
Actually, Jeremy, you should go to the Home Depot group that I started on Facebook. Don't you remember? You're part of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's called Home Depot Sucks on Facebook actually. And I invited all of our friends that were.
we'll just call ourselves graduates of Home Depot.
Well, see,
We're
Because you
graduates.
started there in high school also?
I don't
No,
know.
I didn't start there
Yeah,
in high
but-
school. I started well.
You know what? You're not
well.
the only one.
Yeah, there's
I was
there's
out of
plenty of
high
them. Actually,
school.
because one of mine, I think the logo is the Home Depot logo with like either the ghost. There it is. I think that's it. Yep, fail. I think that's it.
Yeah, I just didn't log
I was
in.
imagining something more fun than that.
No, because it started out as
We're
like
lame.
yeah,
I don't want to sign it.
nah, screw it. It started out as there's some good comments between some people. And actually, the one though, below Menards, even. Do you remember Builder Square?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Builder Square was like the
That's like
hood.
a long time ago.
I used to steal lumber from there to build my tree houses.
That's over on Holt, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like
So
that was
you
the
were
Builder
a
Square.
thief on top of everything else.
The
yeah.
84 lumber
Yeah.
and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
You're no good.
Thief,
You said you were no
vandalism.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
a bad apple.
I mean,
It's true.
it
It's
happens
true.
to the best of us.
We always talk about the pond behind too, all the crap we threw in there. I guess that could be
Oh.
called
Well, I'm-
stealing.
Well, I'm probably
So,
responsible for thousands of dollars
there's
of things in
one of
the
the-
pond.
One of the last years or summers I was there, the pond. It was a real hot summer. There wasn't a lot of water, and so the pond, the water level was going down quite a bit, and you could see a cart that we pushed in there.
Yep.
It was starting to come. You could see a cart. The amount of shingles that we would throw out in the back, or shelves that we would throw. There were several carts pushed into the weeds back there.
Which were initially ticketed for the pond, but they didn't quite make it that far.
And actually, there was when I was one of the last winters I was there. Me and when I was running the delivery will call area, there my two order pullers. It was a slow day, and it was snowing really hard out. And so we were like, let's go out in the back, and we took a couple shopping carts with us, like the push shopping carts, and we were getting in it and running full speed into the snowbanks and flipping ourselves out of it. And we got all covered in snow. We literally looked like we just, and we're walking in, and my manager's like, wow, is that really snowing that hard out there?
You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy out there. Yeah. Just the amount of crap that that job was great if it weren't for the job.
Yes,
Same.
yes,
Same.
the actual job.
I would just go to mingle with people.
Precisely.
Me and one of our
And
friends.
I'd hide a lot.
Yeah. Oh, me and another friend, we sat our whole shift in the break room.
I used to
And we
work
signed, we
Cheers
signed,
to that.
we signed the bottom of the chairs.
I used to work at Freighter Hospital. I was worked at Material Distribution Center, and it was in my early 20s. And I had a kid, so if I got a chance to go out, I was going out. So one day,
Going out.
I stayed out until I think I had to be at work at 5, and I got home at 4.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and I was tequila dripping. I smelled like a bottle of tequila, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go
Yep.
straight to
That's
work, get my job done."
That's really fun working that way, though.
But I found a room on a floor that nobody ever would go to, and I would do my job early as fast as I could, and then I'd go lay down for hours, and nobody knew where it was.
Sounds like when I was in inventory, management associates had to be there at 4 a.m, and we'd go out with my softball team till bar close, and then you pretty much go home,
Take a nap.
shower, and
Yep.
try to get back.
I didn't even take a shower.
Shower off the sweat that you have going on because you just played a
Nah.
baseball game 5 hours ago. And
I was twerking 5 hours ago. I think
did they have
that
twerking
night-
20 years
Fuck
ago?
yeah. I think
It was probably
that
called
night-
something different.
It's
wasn't
called Thong Song. Come on.
Yeah.
I actually won
Baby.
first
I just heard that the other
prize
day.
for Let Me See That Thong.
it? Whatever happened to Cisco?
I mean, he bleached
probably-
his hair too much.
He's probably hawking some rental store now, with Mr. T.
He's got a hot dog cart in Chicago.
Oh, here we go. What happened to Cisco? Here we
Oh,
go.
I forgot how to
Is
spell
it CO?
C-
CO. Or no, there it is. QO probably, right?
It's
good.
Cisco with a C, isn't it?
SISQO.
Oh, no, it's
He's
QO.
still performing. Look at that. Wow.
But look at his hair, so white.
Ooh. Ooh.
You guys want to hear it?
Mm.
Ooh, that girl's so scandalous. No,
Baby, move the butt. What?
What?
Baby.
that's it.
Something
That's all you got.
with the trunk jump.
Not here. Guess we're going to
Please
YouTube.
don't ever
There's absolutely nothing
Sing
I can
it,
add to
Whitey.
this conversation.
No, just leave it.
Yeah.
I embarrassed us enough for the both of us. So.
See the thong song, and it was on V100. They came to like, oh, it was a Water Street bar. And they're like, if you got dongs, let's do the song, and you can win first prize, which was like more drinks at that fucking bar.
Of course it was, because it's not. We're gonna give you money prize, but we're gonna give you more drinks.
And I won.
Well,
and
around
went
here
to
it's
work.
more valuable.
I was a bad
That's
bitch.
true.
Trying to see if I can get it going through here for you guys.
Look at she looks scandalous. Looking over
She
there
looks-
with devilish.
She's looking bored
With
out of
that-
her mind.
With that dumb
Truck. See there. Wait a minute.
What?
Move that. What?
Wait, hold
See,
on.
I
Though.
can just.
What's up?
That's
What's
not
this?
That's a
So that's his hair. Did he just paint his head?
He bleaches his hair.
That's a weird bleach, though.
No, it's just platinum.
Really?
It's Clorox.
Yeah, that's.
Can you imagine how that felt going on his head? It probably burned the shit out of him.
I'm not gonna lie. I had the Eminem going on for a while before Eminem made it cool.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right. But now I just went to just shaving it off pretty much, as
It's
you know.
easier.
Yeah.
You threw me off so good. I said, you, Eminem? I don't see it. I bet you know all his songs, though.
I could sing one or two.
One or two.
Yeah.
Maybe your butt. But
Whoa.
that's not
That's
the song.
wow. Graham Central Station.
Huh?
Wow. How did
Look
it
at this.
switch to
It's
that?
an
All right.
older than hell too. That was
Let her go.
Yeah, we're done with
I
this.
saw.
I'm
I
sorry.
saw a Jerry curl in there.
That was enough.
I saw it. Are you sure it was a Jerry curl?
No, I'm not. I'm not positive a Jerry curl. Might have been a tight throw in there.
A type, but you know there is a difference. Look at you
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
diverse.
Well, I did go to Milwaukee Public School.
Oh,
For,
which one?
Milwaukee Tech.
Ugh, okay,
Yeah.
I hear you there.
I called it Boys Tech
Yeah,
last week.
Boys Tech.
Then my wife had
Milwaukee
to
Tech.
laugh at me. She's like, "That hasn't been called Boys Tech." And
Where did you go to school?
I went to a little known school called St. Francis High School.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know.
Everything about St. Francis is awful.
Really?
Yes,
Oh my
everybody's
God.
your family member some way or another.
Oh,
And like you guys just span your arms out and touch each other, and that's the end of St. Francis.
yeah, it is. It's a little. There's a railroad track that cuts it in half.
There's a lot of cousins.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everybody's family.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, you know, actually, I don't know about that because the only family that I have there are my parents.
Mhm.
But
That's how I know it.
yeah, no, it's little. I mean, it's better than the UCLA,
It's better than
University of Cudahy by the lake almost.
Cudahy. Yeah, Cudahy's thing.
Oh, you mean
It's-
Cudahy?
Cudahy and South Milwaukee.
I mean, but how?
Meanwhile,
can you
we're
think
pretty much
you're
giving away
better?
what state we're in. If you guys can figure that out, we'll let it go from there.
Cudish me.
What you looking for there, man, behind the curtain? Other than I'm seeing a rated R Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think this is the one where Spider-Man's holding the train and his arms get ripped off and all that stuff. I don't know if you ever seen
It's
it.
like a Spider-Man Total Recall type thing.
It was. If this is the one I was.
Get you
I'm
Aston
thinking-
Mars. Get you Aston Mars.
Okay, I'm.
If this is the one, it's him.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh my
That's,
god.
that's the version I didn't know I needed. Oh my goodness.
I have never
Watch
seen that.
this. He does his feet.
What the hell? I
What? No, no.
That man's got some.
He has it
My goodness, his hip flexors.
for real. He be putting it on.
he must
somebody.
work out.
Yeah, his groin, his hip flexors, man. That's a toast to you, buddy. He stopped a train.
Why? So somebody made this?
Nubby McGuire.
Everybody's smushing down. Oh, I love this movie.
So someone really did not like Spider-Man. Anatomically correct. Was he shooting? Hold on, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Corn.
Was the web coming out of a? Yeah.
Out of a
Okay.
cord in the cob.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, not the dancing. Not the
This is
dancing.
coming out of his thorax.
They did the wow.
Oh boy.
Penis Parker.
What's up, Penis Parker?
What's up, Penis Parker? Hey. Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
Wow.
everyone.
That was interesting.
You know, actually, talking about Marvel, I don't know if has anybody seen the new Thor yet? Anybody?
No, I haven't.
No, I heard.
I've been
it's
meaning to
really
watch
Yes.
It's really what?
I
good.
have.
I heard it was good.
I
Yeah,
watched
you
it.
know, you
It
did,
is-
Jared,
it
man.
is
Yeah,
really
Man
good.
by-
I watched.
Yeah, I as much of because I heard people kind of shitting all over it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was actually really good.
There's always going to be a segment of people that
Yeah,
are going to
well, you
shit
know,
all over
it's-
anything.
They're all pissed that there's a female Thor or whatever, but
I'm so mad.
I thought it was good. You know, and if you're
I
a
do
fan
have
of
to agree. There are some she's that I'm not good with. Like I don't like She-Hulk.
She-Hulk,
I'm sorry,
I am
tried
not. I
it.
am not okay with that.
I tried it. So I go on binges and I'll watch like all the adult cartoons. Harley Quinn. Did you see that Harley
I've
Quinn?
heard it's
and
good. That
Ivy?
or- yeah.
That shit is dope as shit, and they fall in love with each other. It's a bisexual love affair. Loved it very much so. But I tried She-Hulk. Trash. I can't. It's not
What's-
for me at all.
What didn't you like about it?
Her.
Really?
Her.
So-
I only have one green man in my life. That's the Hulk. Like,
See,
he is.
What really
The
bothers me
ultimate.
is
What about Shrek?
oh Jesus.
Thank you.
Oh, Shrek is awesome.
They really
I mean, no Hulk.
neutered the Hulk, and so I'm up to date
Totally
on
did.
She-Hulk. I've been watching it, and I'm indifferent.
just
I don't get the point. Like, I'm not mad that it's a woman that's doing it because she's pretty true to the comics, but I guess
I'm not mad at it.
what-
It doesn't hit right.
what really bothers me, and this is the nerd, is the CGI is so bad. It looks like somebody drew it on MS Paint.
Well, the
Like-
Hulk was like perfect. Like
Well,
they had him, but then her, they
She
didn't
like there
spend
was a
enough
scene
time.
when she walked into the room and you could see her feet floating on the ground and like it was awful. I don't know. I kind of the one part I do like about it is like her breaking the fourth wall like Deadpool.
Oh.
I kind of enjoy that because I'm kind of hoping that eventually it leads to Deadpool
I'm-
coming in and really causing some havoc because I think Deadpool needs to be in some of these movies.
I don't think Deadpool would even.
Yeah, no,
he's going to.
no, but-
Like
it's
that
going
is-
to.
No,
But
I don't. I hope he. I mean, I'm not. Oof.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
another
kind of
level for
indifferent.
me.
I'm
in
indifferent
love
on it.
with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the actor or just Deadpool?
Deadpool.
Yeah, he's
I don't
awesome.
Give a fuck. I love Ryan Reynolds. Don't get me wrong, but I love the actual character. That was my jam. That's
Yeah.
my jam. I could watch that over and over and over.
Yeah, Deadpool's pretty fantastic, and actually, I really enjoyed the fact that. And a fun fact: Rob Liefeld, who created Deadpool, I got into a Twitter argument with him, and I'm actually blocked by Rob Liefeld on Twitter. It's pretty hilarious. I've actually,
congratulations.
yeah, it's kind of I kind of took some pride in it. I know, I'm almost internet famous.
Oh,
I went after him because he made a comment once that they would never make a PG-13 Deadpool movie. And when they made Once Upon a Deadpool that was PG-13, I decided to call him out on it. And he got all kind of pissy and sore over it and decided to like spout his mouth off and block me. I thought it was awesome.
Why would they?
And that's how we
why-
get back at people in
I
2022.
know, it was
We
great.
block them on Facebook.
Huh?
Troll the shit out of
Yeah,
them.
Block
it was
him on
great.
Twitter.
I felt like, wow, I actually did something here. I got a
Made
celebrity.
moves. Look at you.
Yeah, I went after Rob Liefeld. And then coincidentally, I ran into him then at a Comic-Con like a month later in Chicago, and I wasn't gonna, but I was so close to saying, "Oh, so you're that pussy comic book writer that decided to."
Pussy.
Yeah,
Damn,
that couldn't handle a
nice.
little
Look
bit
at
of
your mouth.
but then I was
better
the big
back it up.
no, I was the big pussy then, and so then I walked
Oh,
away.
that
I didn't say
happens
anything.
often.
Yeah,
Damn it,
yeah,
damn it.
it didn't work out well. But no, actually, side note, is anyone else getting static on
Yes.
the earphones? So it's not just me?
No,
I was just about to ask you.
Okay.
but I think
all
it's
of
this one. So let's just
I think
travel along the glasses. There it is.
Yeah,
See?
is
No
one
noise.
headphone's not plugged in all the way or something like that, or
I think
maybe the
it's
metal?
mine.
Oh, okay,
One more time.
Yeah.
All right.
that sounds good now.
Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, no, Deadpool's
So quit it.
Deadpool's fantastic because I like the fact that someone doesn't take anything seriously. And I thought he would have fitted really well with, unfortunately, all the characters that are pretty much dead now in the MCU, like Iron Man. Well, Rocket is still alive, but he'll probably die in the next one. I'm going to call that now. Book it. I think he's dying in Guardians 3.
Well, I heard the story is about his where he comes from and everything like
Rocket?
that. Yeah.
Really?
The Guardians 3 is supposed to focus more on his beginnings and where
that trash panda came from?
Yeah. That was a good a good scene.
Yeah, I have trash pandas all over my property at night. I mean, and they almost travel in packs. And I've had, what's kind of hilarious is there was one of the first nights that we put the cameras up on our house, there was for a 3-hour block, they were doing like laps around my house. Mm-hmm. I've never seen this before. Like where it was 3 of them.
Smart as shit.
Oh, I know they're smart because I was fighting them at our old house. Like
maybe they're IRS agents.
We had.
I wanted to say thank you for reminding me. There is a baseball team called
yes,
the
there
Trash
is
Pandas.
the Trash Pandas. Yes,
the logo here is freaking awesome.
Yep, absolutely. And I think they're down south, aren't they?
We had a you guys got.
Oh, they're in Los Angeles.
We had a raccoon that was a big boy, and my husband, he left the window open, and they left a sub in there. And it's fucking. We have a.
He ripped through the screen.
So he went. No, it was the car door windows were open.
Oh, car door window.
Yeah,
their
truck. One of the guys left it open and left their fucking sub sandwich in there. Anyway, so this fucking thing went through the window, sat inside, and picked out the tomatoes.
He ate everything but the tomatoes? Yeah. They're like my kids. They're like my kids.
Are you kidding me? It has a preference. You eat trash.
It'll eat trash.
You have a preference.
Oh my God.
Maybe those tomatoes were trash.
Actually, what's really crazy. So my sister lives in I've heard Greenfield is having a big problem with rats.
Ew.
And so my old house on 92nd Street.
Yeah.
My friend who lives in there now said that she's dealt with rats over there.
Well,
and now my sister, so she lives in
rats or mice?
Rats.
Like
rats. And so she knew something was living under her back patio, like back deck kind of. She didn't know what it was, so she set up a trail cam. And so her video caught the giant rat trap catching a rat, okay? And then later that night, the possum that's living underneath the deck came and grabbed the rat trap and dragged everything back under it. So the possum apparently eats rats. I did not know possum are meat eaters.
Possums they're omnivores. They will eat
That is
anything.
crazy, but it dragged the whole thing.
Fuck out. They're scary.
Possums?
Possums are terrifying.
Now, why is it opossum and not possum?
Because it's like, oh shit, I'm out of here. Because they're freaking scary looking.
They look like demons.
They do.
They are so easy to catch though. Just step on the back of the head, pick them up by their tail, and they cannot do anything to you.
No, thank you at all.
I'll tell my sister to give you a call and take care of that little bitch.
This is on YouTube. I'm gonna take a look.
Oh God, yeah, So she's like, oh, I thought maybe mice were living under pat. Well, there are mice or rats, but then a possum came in.
So is it kind of like when you have?
So she's feeding it.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you have bugs that are irritating you, and then you have a spider. You're like, okay, I'm gonna leave that spider because he's gonna kill
something else. Yeah.
Possums are good to have around. They really are.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that thing when that thing comes out and dragged it. And I said, oh, it got the mouse trap, and my sister was like, oh, that's a rat trap.
They just look like bigger rats.
Yeah,
that dude's like
photos. They'll just. I mean, for the most part, they'll just play dead and let you pick them up.
I have seen videos of that where they just pretty much fall over and they just don't want anything to do with you.
But even if if they're live and they're snarling at you, you can seriously you just pick them up by the tail.
No, please don't do this.
You just pick them up by the tail and they can't.
And you know what else? I've been battling a chipmunk on my property. A lone chipmunk.
Don't.
So I thought it was a squirrel at one point got into my garage. So I have an attached garage.
Then I heard singing.
And so
it was weird.
It was 2 of them. Yeah. No, Chip and Dale. No. And so I knew it was trapped like in our garage. So we moved the cars out.
It's Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's not Chip and Dale. They didn't sing.
That's true.
Yeah. But
That's right.
Chippendales don't
They went
work.
on.
They're better than
They-
the
The
Yeah.
Rescue Rangers are
They
pretty
rescue
badass.
rangers.
They
Yeah.
are.
I caught the chipmunk in like a rat trap thing with spikes on it. So I came home from work. It tripped every one of my traps and ate all the food out of it except for this one. So I go over there and I realize I'm like, oh, it's dead. But I get closer to it and it starts freaking out and starts like cheep, like beep, beep, making these goofy sounds, whatever. So I'm like, okay, this thing's probably dead. So I pick the trap up and I unsqueeze the trap, put it on the ground, and I'm going to put the trap down because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much just put it out of its misery really quick because I'm assuming everything's... The minute I turn around, that little bastard jumps up and runs away.
He's like, "Gotcha,
He's
sucker."
alive, and now he is literally all over my house. He's the one I saw running around on the side of my
Well,
house.
He made it. You gotta let him be. He made it.
And so what's even hilarious is when I sit out on my driveway drinking whiskey and smoking a cigar or whatever, he comes running around and he'll do laps around me.
He's like, "Look,
And he
bitch,
stops
bitch."
and he'll look at me, and he's gotten pretty close to us.
You know
Like,
what song he sing?
what's he
Ain't
sing?
nobody gonna take my stride.
Hey,
Ain't nobody gonna hold me down.
oh no.
Until you pull
I
that
got
22
to-
out.
No,
Actually, I have
he
sat with my
made
BB
it.
gun on my, ready to, and yeah. And actually, one time he ran into one of my corrugated roofing downspouts I have
Yep.
just off the house. He ran
Leave
in
him
there,
you
and so I grabbed it and
You
whipped
sound
it.
like fucking Elmer Fudd.
It is. I
rock.
rocketed him about 10 feet in the air and he ran away, but then he kept coming back. So he's kind of a friend of mine. I think he's playing with fire because he got one life, but
Until your basement starts flooding because he's digging tunnels right next to your foundation.
yeah. And then I got a giant groundhog under my shed, and yeah.
My son has a pit husky mix. He's absolutely gorgeous, like looks like a wolf. But this motherfucker comes over and he kills everything in my yard all the time. And so my daughter was outside and she was 4, and she comes running in and she's like, "Odin's killing it. Mom, come and get it." So I get Odin off of it. This little thing is like, so I'm like picking it up and she's like, "We have to save it. We have to take it in." So I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I went to Humane Society. They looked at me like, "Bitch, this thing is gonna die." And I was like, "You're gonna save him, right?" And they're like, "We'll try." I'm like, "You need to be the enemy."
We need to order very
normal.
special small tools.
Yep.
Seinfeld
There
reference.
it is.
Yep.
And we need you to take care of him and let him sleep in the big bed.
So we lied about it, and she was much happier when we left. And she's like, "Thanks, Mom.
Well, this is so much better than that.
Let me taste." Because I am from the Caribbean.
Yeah, this is so much better
What are
than
you
that.
drinking now?
But be-
I have a tainted glass.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a tainted glass.
this is so much better than that scotch.
What
Should've
are you
known
drinking?
better.
We'll have to bring down the
Blue Chair Bay
Bring down
banana.
the Sprite
Will the
and mix it
banana
up.
stuff?
Yeah. We'll have to probably get some new glasses here.
I
Here,
think
I'll,
you
I'll be
got
back. I'll
this
grab
for
some
me.
Sprite.
You were like, "Ooh, banana." Sounds about
Banana.
right.
Yeah, this is
Adriana can use a
pretty
banana.
Banana.
I feel like this is like racially profiled just for me. Jeremy.
the banana.
Get on the boat. The
Banana boat.
We could start playing that song from Beetlejuice. Daylight come.
Man,
You want? That's one of my favorite songs. Actually, that scene is my favorite scene.
It is good, and actually, that whole movie is pretty
I
fantastic.
have to have my kids watch that movie.
Oh yeah,
You
I
haven't
really
yet?
do. I have not.
And how old are they?
12 and
I'm
9.
missing out.
I know.
Yeah.
I am.
That's
There
I am
is-
dropping
Should've
the
done
ball
a long
on
time
this
ago.
one.
there's a
There's
lot
the
of adult
classics.
humor in that too.
I know.
For sure there
That
is.
really goes over when you're
It's
a kid.
for
You don't.
us.
Yeah, it's pretty.
All
Like he
movies
goes to
are for us.
a whorehouse.
Mhm. All
He's
of
so-
those movies are for us.
Oh, yeah.
All of Shrek, I enjoyed every inch of Shrek.
All inches, huh? How many inches does he give you?
I mean, he is a big green boy.
That's
See, the other big green boy she likes.
I knew it wasn't just Hulk. I knew it just wasn't Hulk. Yeah, no, what was the other movie we just watched? Or I don't know. Is anyone else in on the Cobra Kai?
Nah.
No.
Is that the newest?
The Karate Kid series.
My daughter's obsessed with it. I refuse.
No,
I'm
it
not
is.
with it.
It
I
is
don't
so
like Karate
nostalgic.
Kid. He looks weird. I'm not good with it.
Yeah, it's so nostalgic, and it's kind of the new season just started, and it's Oh man, it's fantastic.
But they're making the bad guy all of a sudden the good guy.
What are we talking about?
The dad, like, and the grandfather. What the fuck is their names? The original, when he was like,
Mr.
Oh, Johnny
Miyagi.
Lawrence.
No.
You're talking Johnny
Yes.
from the first one.
Yes.
Well, he was kind of a bad guy in the first, and actually, what the first season is, they made Daniel
he
LaRusso be kind of a
apologizes.
jerk. He was kind of a d-bag, and
Well, you know.
Well,
they
he-
brought
I mean-
back now. Like, if you remember Karate Kid 3,
Mhm.
do you remember Terry Silver, the guy with the ponytail? He was a guy that took over Cobra Kai. He was a big, tall guy with
Yes.
a ponytail.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And then he brought in a guy named Mike Barnes
Mhm.
to Mike Barnes straight out like attempted murder, like tried to almost murdered Daniel, like literally was going to let him fall off a cliff.
Oh yeah,
And
when they were
going to
when they were
plant the bonsai
plant
tree.
the bonsai tree.
This new
Yep.
season, well, so Silver came back last season, and I thought Silver was a fantastic villain, and Silver is back this season, and they found Mike Barnes, and they're bringing that guy back, and they
Of
found
course.
the bad guy Chosen from Karate Kid 2. He's in there. They found pretty much everybody and their mother who's affiliated with the movie is back in the show.
When they were in Okinawa, that
Yes.
that Okinawan or
Yes.
whatever.
So you're liking it, is what you're saying?
Oh my God, it is so good.
You know, my daughter says the same thing. She's like, "Mom, you have to watch this." I'm like,
Well, so how old's your daughter then?
she's 17.
Okay, so she's obviously not old enough to watch the movies. Like I grew up watching the movies,
No,
though.
she watched the original.
No, but I mean, I grew up, and so like this is so nostalgic for me.
I know.
And now it's funny now, like how like the younger generation
I
gets
think
into
depends
it.
on the parents because I was like my son. He only watched the Muppets with me. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. And I remember he watched Spaceballs. Do you remember Spaceballs?
Oh, how could you? Not
yes.
Okay, now
remember
listen how
Space-
funny this
Bartholomew.
fucking- Yes. So listen how fucking funny this shit is. So when he was a kid, he used to always give me weird Halloween costumes to get him in. So he wanted to be SpongeBob one time. I made it. I made every one of his
Like a
costumes.
box, probably, or something.
Yeah, but my stuff was always dope.
It's good. Yeah.
Always dope. And so he was like, he came to me and he was like, "Mom, I know what I want to be this year for." He had to been like 7, 8. He had to been 8, maybe.
Hold on. Can we guess what character from Spaceballs he's gonna be?
Yes. So, yeah, I'm gonna let you, but I'm gonna tell you how
Yeah, tell
he
us,
said
yeah,
it to me.
okay.
He was like, "Mom, I want to be blah blah, for Halloween." And I was like, Anthony, I don't think everybody has seen Spaceballs. And he's like, "What do you mean,
It's a
Mom?
40-year-old
This is
movie."
the best movie ever." And I'm like, "Well, I'm older, so you're like an 80s kid. Like
Yeah.
he has my music style, everything." And so he's like, "No, Mom, I'm going to go. I'm going to go as this. Everybody's going to know what I am, right?" So he shows up. This is where you guys are going to be able to guess it. He shows up. He goes with his aunt to some kind of Halloween shit. And he calls me crying. And he's like, "Mom, they thought I was a puppy."
He went as Barf.
He went as Barf, and I did such a good job. I had him in a jumpsuit, gave him a big old belly, gave him paws. in
That's
the face.
awesome.
Nobody
I
knew
thought-
who he was.
Who were you? Were you gonna guess Barf?
Oh yeah.
Because I was either Barf or I thought
It's-
she was gonna rip off a Darth Vader
Rick
costume and
Moranis.
make Dark Vader or
No.
Darth helmet, Dark helmet.
Barf was his favorite.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was his absolute favorite. So then he came home crying, and I had to
So
go
he looked like
last
one of
week.
his stunt doubles, is what you're saying.
One year he went as Colonel Sanders. That shit was hilarious too.
From Chicken or from Spaceballs?
Chicken.
Oh, okay. Because there is a Colonel Sanders in Spaceballs.
Yep, there is.
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders?
I don't know,
Chicken.
Right.
There's cords stuck in
So
wheels
then last
back
minute
here.
I had to make him Jason.
I am a huge. So we were just talking about this too before you showed up. I love Halloween. I dress up constantly.
It's my absolute favorite.
Now, if you've seen the show, you'll probably be able to guess that you'll know who this is. But do you know who I am in that?
Oh, is that a Blues Brother? No.
Oh
don't
my
know.
God. Okay, hey, so camera guy, we'll show you. That's gonna be my Halloween costumes. This is Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Okay,
Yeah,
I see it
so
now. I
If
see
I
it
was
now.
actually holding the bag of blue meth, so that's my goal, is I'm actually going to have a couple bags of blue meth, and I'm going to hand out some bags of blue rock candy is going to be
Nice.
my thing. But no, I dress up every year. I have made, let's see, my go-to, you said Jason, so you probably put like a hockey mask on him.
Yeah, I did last minute. I have to show you the picture because it came out
Yeah,
awesome.
my main one is Michael Myers. Like I dress up as him pretty religiously. I have my number one movie of all time is Ghostbusters, and so I actually spent 2.5 years building a fully functioning proton pack with lights and sounds, and
it's functioning.
I
in like it glows or that
it does.
Ghosts.
I wish I could. Well, I pretend I do.
Or do you just get ghosts?
Yeah, no, and so I mean, I have the full costume, the jumpsuit, the belt. I mean, I got everything on it. Say when, sir.
That's cool.
So yeah, I love Halloween.
It's my absolute it's my thing.
Because it's the one day a year that I can dress like a complete idiot, and not feel bad. But like what I was telling Rob is, I think I'm actually gonna dress up like Heisenberg and just go shopping one day, and just gonna go walk into Pick and Save or go to Woodman's. And just walk around. And maybe what I'll do is I'll have my son like as a like 20, 30 feet back and just watch everyone freaking out as I'm walking through. Maybe I'll ask people where the cooking supplies are. Maybe like where like the meth stuff is. But that's kind of what I'm going with. Is I might actually do that one of these days. Yeah, where's all I'm trying to do a phenylacetone cook here. Where's your pseudo? All you Breaking Bad fans out there, if you like Breaking Bad, please hit me up.
Story. I have a great Halloween story. It's one of my favorite stories. So after my daughter's father and I broke up, it was like right around Halloween, and I took, because we were supposed to get married, I took my wedding dress and I ripped it up, I burned it up, and then I went as a bride of Frankenstein. You see this curly hair? It naturally can stand up to there. So
did you put the little white streaks in it?
All right. Went out with my Gaysian friend and another girlfriend, and we partied it up. And I was like, fuck him, I don't give a fuck anymore. I got this. So then I go out, and we were like, oh, we're hungry after bar. Everybody used to go to George Webb's.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys remember Misconnections?
Oh, it was
on Craigslist.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They made a segment on the radio?
Yes.
Because those are the most hilarious things in the Craigslist.
I made Misconnections.
I think they were in the Onions, too. But anyway.
I made Misconnections. So we get over to George Webb's, and it's packed. You used to always be packed, like
after bar close. Absolutely.
So I go straight to the bathroom. There's a line everywhere, and I wash my face off because my face was all white.
Right.
So I wash my face off, and I come out, and there's this Mexican guy. And for some reason, Mexican men always think they can put a foot on a Puerto Rican woman. So as soon as I walk out, he's like, ugh, thank God. And I was like, wasn't looking for your opinion anyways. And I just keep on walking. He was like, oh, you must be Puerto Rican. And I'm like, you must be Mexican. And he's like, why you say that? I said, you look like you carry a Vienna sausage. And he was like, oh, so you want to be this bitch. So then he starts talking shit to me as I'm going back to my table. And it's crowded. And
so you still have the costume on and the full hair, but just no more face makeup anymore.
Face,
okay.
Right? And he thought I was looking for a compliment from his ugly ass. So he gets over to his table. He's talking shit to me. And I said to everybody, if I'm wrong, prove me wrong. And he's like, what? And I'm like, if I'm wrong, drop your pants now. And he was like, fuck you, bitch. And I was like, drop your pants. Everybody in the whole fucking place, drop your pants. Drop your pants. And he stands up on the table, drops his drawers, and I said, see, I wasn't wrong, was I? And everybody's laughing. He jumps off the table, comes straight for me. Of course, the cops are around because it's in West Dallas. Everybody, all trashed is in West Dallas. That's where we all gather.
Once again, another tip of what state we live in. Figure that one out, guys.
But the next day, my friend calls me. He's like, bitch, turn on your radio. You're on Misconnections. So
that guy called in?
Somebody must have there.
Not the guy, but somebody else probably who was there.
Yep. So the girl that made the guy drop his drawers. It was the best. It was the best night ever.
Misconnection.
I said,
man.
Talk shit to me if you want to, but watch it come back to you.
Wow, yeah, like West Side Story.
Didn't they have
here.
a Misconnections for the Sheboygan? Just like how funny those are.
Oh my God!
I thought I heard something on the radio about that.
Sheboygan.
It was just like, listen to some of this crazy shit from Sheboygan. I have to try to find some for
My favorite actually growing up. Oh, go ahead.
Cudahy, West Dallas.
Yeah.
West Dallas. West Dollywood.
Dirty,
Is that where you're from?
Dirty
No.
Dallas.
Oh, no, you said from your mom's from New York, but
I'm from everywhere in Milwaukee. I lived in every ghetto
oh, so you
that
were okay.
you
All
possibly
right.
can
Okay.
live in. But I used to hang out with my favorite
Okay.
people
Fair enough.
in West Dallas. You know, I love trash. Like, trash is fun.
Dallas Palace.
I mean, you know, that's a lot of crack there, and I don't go there. I don't participate in that mess. You know that place is really crackish.
Oh yeah. Oh, so yeah, we were one time. Me and my family, my boys were. What is always got? We went and picked up food somewhere off Miller Park Way, or now it's AmFam Way, or whatever the hell it is. But we were driving home on.
It will never be any of that. It's
Yeah,
always
Miller Park Way. Yeah, it was Beloit Road, and we saw some guy on the curb, and he stepped off to the curb, and then realized traffic was coming, and decided he fell back. He like literally just fell down, and so my wife being the nurse and me being, you know, in the kind of a first responder thing, I quick pulled over the car, went running out to make sure he was okay, and I realized the guy's loaded, just drunk. And so I sit him up, and he had dropped like literally $30 in change. It seemed like everywhere, all over the place. And he's trying to pick up his change, and I'm like, "Where are you trying to go, man? Can I get you over there?" And he's trying to cross 4 lanes of traffic that's busy. It's dark, and his neighbor goes, "Is that effing whatever his name was?" "Yeah, I think so. Get that drunk motherfucker over here." So yeah, we pretty much had to drag him across the street. Yeah, no, some neighbor that lived in the apartment across the hall from him or something like that. Everyone knew about this guy. But yeah, no, Dallas is something else. My thing.
I like it. It's like the most original people. It's very authentic.
Well, see, so I love Metallica, and one of the shirts I always wanted to get was the one that said Westalica on it, but I never got it. I always saw it at the State Fair of all places. That was the one place I always could.
No kidding.
Shocking, right?
No kidding.
That's
with the chicken.
that is amazing. Okay, how old was he when he did that?
That one was probably when he was like 10.
That's amazing. Okay,
He's
that's
hilarious.
actually.
He wanted to be.
And
Fat
did people
Albert.
know who he was though?
Yes.
You said Fat Albert?
Yes, he wanted to be Fat Albert, and I told him he could not do.
No
blackface
one would
because
know who he
that's
is.
some Bullshit.
But here's the thing. Actually, it's kind of funny. Would Fat Albert even be survive today?
No, hell no.
Why?
Body shaming. That's body
Get the fuck
shaming.
outta here. I love
Fat
Albert.
Albert.
You know what it is?
It's in now.
Hey.
You're probably
Listen,
wearing a
listen.
bikini or a thong or something.
This body shaming. I totally understand it, but I'm from a family. Hispanics give you a nickname that matches your body shape. So gorda, flaca, güera, negra. Like negra was always one in our family. That's calling you black.
Black. Yeah.
Like or you're white.
Gordo's fat.
So-
Flaca
so-
is what?
so-
Flaca is
So
what, skinny?
which one was worse though?
What do you mean? Which one's worse?
Like
All of them
Which
are
one
bad.
would you take?
yeah.
None of them,
Like-
because
like-
Hispanics
like-
are some tough-skinned bitches. We don't play.
What's
It's
flaca?
Skinny.
Skinny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
okay.
that's not a compliment.
No.
Flaca just means you got no ass.
You know, there was a
tits,
show on
and
Univision I
you're
used to
Hispanic.
watch all the time. Was Gordo y
It's
Flaca?
not Univision.
Univision. Come on! Now I'm gonna start. I got your name right. Okay, that's all I can
You
say.
did. I'm glad for you. Look at you.
So my goodness, no, I was gonna say like we talk about these misconnections. The one that I used to laugh at and I used to go to pretty religiously was Yahoo Answers.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember Yahoo Answers?
Yep, I used to. Yep. I
People
used to
would go
to that
there
one.
and ask, and this is like, I mean, I wish I could remember if Google was a thing because it was like, hey,
No.
moron, just Google it.
Yeah, that was Facebook shit before
There-
Facebook.
There was the questions that they would ask. Asking the dumbest things, and the best ones were the ones where that the people like me and probably like you that would go on there and give them the worst answers or the worst advice.
Oh,
But Yahoo Answers. My goodness,
I don't think I've ever.
is that still a thing, Jeremy? Can you Google Yahoo Answers? I want to see if Yahoo Answers is still a thing. Oh no,
That
it's
was
shut down. Oh, it's of May of 2020. Wow, it went to 2021.
It made it that long.
Yeah,
That was them
should be-
competing with Google.
Wow.
Holy crap. Google funniest Yahoo Answers. for a minute for me. I just want to see something.
Do what?
Oh, here it is.
Funniest Yahoo answers.
Wow.
That's not bad either.
No, that was last minute.
That's last minute.
That was
You know,
last minute.
I know what he is. He's a psycho killer. Even if it's not Jason, it's
Yeah.
psycho killer.
But do you see my daughter? She wants to be a mad scientist.
Oh, is that what that is on the right
Yeah.
there? And what's your daughter on the left? Just kind of like a clown or?
A dead doll.
That, okay.
Really?
Listen,
Do
my
you
daughters
think
were not
humans
allowed
will
to
ever
be
walk on the
princesses.
sun?
They were never allowed to be princesses. I
Well,
always
if
made
they
them
do,
something
it
crazy.
will have to be at night.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking
Again,
about. This
Fa-
was,
Oh my God.
Facebook before Facebook.
yeah,
right
this
there.
I used to go on Yahoo
The-
Answers and just look for this shit,
The-
just because of the people that
the-
are too stupid to live.
The dumb shit people ask on Facebook in Facebook groups. This was it before we had that.
That is, but you know,
This is the
I
best
love
thing.
the answer. You know, do I have? See, yeah, there's a few that I would like. I could probably discuss them off podcast. I don't
Is
feel like
Christian
putting
Bale
them
a
on.
Christian since his name is Christian?
Is Mitt Romney a baseball glove?
Is William Shatner?
If you die in Canada, do you die in real life?
You know, so yeah, this. You know, when you mentioned Meteor 2024 and
Year 2024. Still,
I
still
always
hoping.
and, you know, and I go back to that life is a good thing. I really try hard to try to hope that there's
I've
hope,
I've lost hope.
and then
Jason.
you
I have
know,
lost
Shit
hope.
like this. But that's exactly why you have to live one day at a time. Because
Absolutely.
like it does. Otherwise, if you look at the larger scheme of things, humans should be dead by now. Like we deserve it. We're awful.
Fuck yeah, we
We're
do.
fucking awful. Like no matter how many times we go through the same fucking scenario, we seem to be dicks every time. Nobody can stop us. We just keep on doing the same shit.
it is the definition of insanity.
It's like, yes, we
What
need
is-
that giant meteor, that gamma ray
It's
burst.
about
Just
time.
Thanos.
It's about time.
just
Call
What
it
is
quits.
the
Take whole
phobia
lot
of
us.
chainsaws called? Common sense. How do I turn off caps lock? And the whole question is in caps, and then he answers in caps. And
What's
see,
the answer though?
where the hell is the caps lock
They
key?
don't
It's
have
dark
one.
because there's
See,
a power
no.
outage, and I'm on my laptop. Oh my
but
god!
see, this is a glimpse back to when Yahoo Answers was a thing. Like how idiotic and dumb our species
this
was
is-
already at that point.
And they thought
This
we
is what
wanted
I'm
to
talking
be
about. These are the
famous
best
for
ones.
it.
Yeah.
You would
Yes.
go to the Yahoo Answers for relationships, and you'd get this
How
one.
do babies come? Okay.
Oh, a vagina.
How do babies come
you
out
eat a lot
the-
of butter, and the baby slips out.
You swipe your credit card and out it comes.
You know, there's just. Oh Jesus! Do spiders have puss puss?
I mean, who says
Yeah.
puss puss? I just want to know.
You know, one of my favorite lines from South Park, Mr. Garrison. Remember, kids, there are no stupid questions, just stupid people.
It's real.
And it's
Oh, I'm sorry about I'm afraid of Mr. Garrison and his kids.
Like, if I got bitten by a 6-year-old, will I turn into a 6-year-old?
Yes, you will.
Is that a serious
You're allowed to
question?
beg
Oh
So-
my God.
You know, in my job, we deal with a lot of stupid people, and a lot of times, and I should retract that, is a lot of times it's people that are in distress, that are going through some mental shit, that they need the help that they're not able to get.
Why are you being kind to them?
Hold on. And that's one group of people. The other group is when we get. One time I was sitting in dispatch, and I got about a week earlier, I was prank called when I was sitting in our dispatch center by an officer, a former officer. He called and pretended to be somebody. You could donate your body to science by us.
Okay.
And he called in and he was giving a body donation, and he was trying to give me all this fake information, and I was like, "Oh, what's her name?" He's like, "I don't really care. I'm just glad the bitch is dead," and just going on. And so whatever. So they prank called me, and I realized, okay, whatever. The next week, the same situation. I'm sitting in dispatch, and the same officer that I'm working with is sitting behind me, and a call comes in, and this guy's like, "Yeah, I need I need to know if it's safe if I should still be in my house right now. I'm like, well, why are you calling the public safety department at this institution of higher education? And
Insert company here.
The guy goes, my wife was breading hot dogs, and she put fish food on it and put it in the microwave, and now the microwave is smoking, and I need to know if I need to leave the house. Yeah. And so I immediately turn around and I look at the guy working behind me, thinking, am I getting punked again? Whatever. No, that was a legit question. So once again, you're dealing with these people that are too stupid to live. He's breading hot dogs with fish food or something.
And these are the ones that survived the COVID pandemic.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, and don't worry, they'll vote every 4 years, and they'll keep procreating.
Yes, we all need
Do you know this song? Can you tell what this song is?
Okay, it's it's dun 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 dun.
Which is hilarious because that's what Shazam is.
And then some babies are dropped on their heads, but you're clearly thrown at a wall.
What's that? It's like in Tommy Boy. Did you eat a lot of paint chips as a kid? Did you live under power lines as a kid? I haven't started my period. Am I pregnant? Yes.
It's just
okay.
Yes, period. Yes.
I kissed a boy last week, and I think I tasted his sperm. I don't know what to do.
Well, it's probably not his. It's probably not his.
Little Timmy's
Wow,
experimenting already.
No, it sounds like a lot of abuse there.
We call that snowballing.
Ooh.
Ew. Have you ever heard of, what is it called, ice docking?
I don't even want to know what it is because I know what docking is, and I don't want to know what ice is, so I don't want to go there.
Space.
Oh, what's the other one? Eskimo.
How about Cosby sweater?
I don't even. Is it sweating or
Sweater. Cosby sweater.
Okay,
Just go to
so
Urban
it's-
Dictionary later, and you can.
I
Yeah,
was
all y'all can
picturing
go to
something else.
search Cosby sweater on Urban Dictionary. We're not going to discuss that here. Family show.
Why?
we can't start stepping back.
No,
At this
no,
point,
no, no. That was it.
We're beyond that.
That was an attempt, a lame attempt at humor. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, here we go.
Let me see.
Hold on, wait, that's not it. Oh wait, yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
I'll read it if you want me to.
Yes, please.
The Cosby sweater. The sexual act of eating Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Trix, and Blueberry, or any other bright-colored breakfast cereals, and then vomiting the tacky, dazzling mixture onto your partner's chest. The result should look similar to the incredible sweaters that Bill Cosby wore during his highly successful 1980s sitcom,
Well,
The Cosby Show.
if you're into it, I guess.
Hey, who am I to say?
I
You
know.
like it? I love it.
In a sentence,
That's
Nicole
the-
was overjoyed to receive a Cosby sweater for her birthday.
She was Nicole was overjoyed.
That's the libertarian in me. If it doesn't bother me, I don't give a shit what you
Yeah,
do.
I know. Whatever.
Extra points for yelling out Jello pudding pops just as you come.
As you come,
Yellow.
so are you vomiting and
Well, so-
coming and
Well, this
saying
one's
no?
different.
Well, so this is with Cosby, so you got to just obviously assume that you're conscious when this is happening too.
Wow,
He's
this one's
involved.
totally different too, so never mind.
Huh.
Wow, this is bad. All right.
I won't read this one. Back in.
Well, so much for waiting for season 3.
Yeah,
We're not going to get to episode 3.
Yeah, you gotta get over it. You're in the pool.
Potate.
Swim with us.
We're in the deep end of the pool, folks.
soft
No
and
water
sensitive
wings,
part of
no
a potato.
floaties.
Hey,
So your Urban Dictionary word of the day is potent. This
Who
refers to
knew?
the soft and sensitive part
Who-
Hey,
of
we
a
knew.
potato.
we should start making this a thing.
The
Kind of like
potato-
Sesame Street. Your word of the day is.
So Jeremy,
No,
what's the word
fuck
of the
Sesame
day?
Street. It's Pee Wee Herman. The word of
I
That
know
was-
you have, but what am I?
Hey, man behind the curtain. Go to Family Guy, Pee Wee Herman, cancer.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. So Family Guy
Oh.
did their word of the day was cancer.
You said Pee Wee?
Pee Wee
Pee Wee
Herman,
Herman.
like word of the, or yeah, just do yeah. Pee Wee, like cancer. Yeah. So let's see. It's gotta be on here. There it is.
There's a chair. I
Oh,
love the
God.
chair.
Jerry.
let's see if we can get...
Oh my God! You turned the den into Pee Wee's
Sorry.
Playhouse?
Come on, get
50.
up! Knock off your
50.
napping!
50, Jeremy.
It's a crazy, messed up place where anything can happen! There's a chair that freaking talks. Hey, look, there's a fish that give advice.
You know Lawrence Fishburne was in
Yes,
this, right?
he was Cowboy Curtis.
Crazy.
Wait, watch this. Hey, Zombie!
Oh, he just died.
Okay, say it.
Zombie.
Mecca lecca hi, Mecca hi. God, I hate you so much.
You know, that
Yeah,
reparation
honey-ho.
money should be
Honey,
going to a
honey-ho.
worthy black charity.
Lois, the king of cartoons will be here in 5 minutes, and I will not have you embarrass me.
You're acting ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
And as parents today,
that was in
we
it,
think
wasn't
Don't worry, it
we
was one of
think
those
our kids
flashback
watch
scenes.
fucked up shit.
Oh,
we used to watch that.
Saturday
Well,
morning.
What's hilarious is that the grandparents are telling us, like, I can't believe. Shut your fucking.
Yeah.
TV
You let
was-
us watch Pee Wee's Playhouse.
The
Hey, go up a
television
minute,
was my
Jeremy.
babysitter.
Yes.
That fuck.
I just want
I
to
know,
laugh at
right?
Pee Pants, the inebriated hobo clown.
Oh.
Meg, your father worked very hard to put this party together. He says he's got a big surprise for you.
Hey, kids, I'm Pee Pants, the inebriated hobo clown. I'm an adorable tramp who wears found clothing and eats out of your garbage can.
A clown? Dad, I'm 17!
Meg, guess what Pee Pants got you for your birthday? A scarf.
I don't want a scarf, Dad.
Well, then, how about a dozen scarves?
Peter, I don't think you're actually supposed to swallow those.
Here you go, Meg.
I don't want them!
Take them. Hey, are my long johns tied to the end of those?
No.
Oh, God.
This is
Ow.
this is just taking a turn.
Ow.
And again, I'm sure we've all heard it on whatever social media platform of your choice. The generation that was raised on that has turned out to be the most pussified, offended generation.
I don't know. I grew up watching that and South Park.
I know.
I'm saying, I don't understand.
Here's a question I have for you.
What?
So, I was talking with a coworker the other day. So, like, my son who's 16, we bought him a car. He, very minor, but he had another car. Okay, and so obviously, you know, talking to him, he felt horrible. I told him about my experiences. I was stupid and everything, but it got me thinking. And this is just a philosophical question. I look at him at 16, and I'm wondering. I think he still seems really young to me, but he's 16. He's driving a car, or whatever. Was I that young and stupid when I was 16 and just didn't think it?
We all were.
And so now it's now that I'm very like I should probably apologize to my parents. And
But the fact that you can see it is showing you that you're growing.
like
So-
holy crap! Like I'm thinking like, is that how I was when I was
Yes.
16?
So,
I thought I
like,
was
all were
such.
fucking
I was
Ages, I would say ages probably 13 until, depending on the
Until
person,
now?
probably, yes, could last
42.
all of their fucking life.
This is the
But-
thing. This is the
but-
honest to God
See,
truth.
it
You can be
depends.
Caught in those ages for the rest of your life. So if anything happens in those ages where you don't grow, you can be a 16-year-old by your mind. You know, they say that.
A 16-year-old, 40-year-old.
Yeah, it's fucking
Fine with
real. It's
Yeah.
so real. I feel like my mom's stuck in her 20s
Mm-hmm.
because she's dumb. She says stupid shit all the fucking time, and she's real snotty about it. It sounds like a 20-year-old to me. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on where you stop growing mentally. You
that
can
might be me because I'm still pretty. I'm pretty immature with my kids.
Oh, I'm so immature.
Well,
I'm
you
definitely
have
like.
to be.
I would honestly say I probably never left 25.
See,
That's a good age.
I-
It's a
Sure
good age.
was. It was the best age.
you have to be immature, otherwise, how else are you going to relate to your kids?
Well,
You know?
I also think about like, I could be immature. I could be take everything seriously and live a miserable
what's
life.
the point in that?
I know.
Yeah, and your kids will fucking hate you if you take everything seriously.
Yeah, no,
You gotta give them a break. They're kids. That's the point of it.
yeah.
Don't have kids if you're not willing to see their points of view.
Absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
someone's
But
mic is
on the flip side of that too, it's like as parents, like I think we have to show our kids that we fuck up too.
Oh yeah.
We're not the perfect role models for you guys. It's like I fuck up all the time.
The biggest thing that I did is when I just got, I think I've told you this, I got promoted to head coach of my son's baseball team.
Yes.
And the one thing that I told all the kids is the last couple of years, it seemed like the head coach took things more seriously and wanted to win for himself more than the kids. Mm-hmm. And I kind of sat idly by and, tried to do my best. And when the majority, I would say almost all the kids found out I was taking over, they were overjoyed. And what I told them in one of the last team meetings we had was, we are all going to make mistakes, and I'm going to probably mess up just as much as them. Mm-hmm. I said there'll be times that I send somebody home when I shouldn't send them home from third base coach, or I'll hold them up when I should have sent them, or whatever it is. That I'm going to make just as many mistakes as them, and that it's okay. And the biggest thing is that you try to learn from them. And so I think, from what I've gotten from all the parents then is that they love that aspect of like, you know what? They're going to mess up. These kids aren't signing any major league contracts in the next year. And youth baseball's gotten to the point where it's so ridiculous. I mean, there are kids that are legitimately going to go on and play D1 baseball. And then there's some that aren't. They just want to play. It's not like it was when we were growing up where you just joined a little league team and played. Now you got to join these travel teams. You got to join all these things. And if you even want to have a chance of playing in high school, you better be playing at some travel level. It's something. And you better be doing workout programs. You better be doing off-season workouts. And that's what my boys are doing just because I want them to be able to have a chance. And they want to be able to have a chance. And so it's sad that it's gotten to that point, but I want all my players to know that everyone is going to make a mistake out there. And the biggest thing that you can do,
multiple mistakes,
and when
daily.
you make them, you own up to them, and you go, all right, and you admit to them. You're like, yeah, I screwed up.